Behind every history book lies another story, one rarely told. The world wars are remembered for battles, generals, and treaties. But beneath the headlines were hidden struggles, untold sacrifices, and secrets that changed the course of humanity. Today, we uncover the untold story of the world wars. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand in 1914 is often described as the trigger for World War I. But beneath the surface, Europe was already a ticking time bomb, tangled in alliances, competition for colonies, and a dangerous arms race. The world was waiting for a spark, and that spark lit a fire that consumed nations. When we think of World War I and II, we picture the trenches of France or the beaches of Normandy. But battles raged far beyond Europe. In Africa, Asia, and the Middle East, soldiers fought and died in campaigns that history often overlooks. Millions from colonies and occupied nations were drawn into wars that were not their own. The wars weren't only fought on the battlefield. In factories, farms, and homes, civilians endured hardship and sacrifice. Women took on new roles as workers and leaders, keeping nations alive while men were away. Children grew up in the shadow of air raids, food shortages, and fear. These silent battles were just as important as those fought with guns. Behind the chaos, both wars were shaped by espionage, code-breaking, and secret missions. From the Enigma machine cracked by Alan Turing to spies who risked everything, intelligence decided battles long before they began. Hidden in the shadows, these stories reveal how wars are often won by information, not just firepower. While generals and politicians filled the history books, the stories of ordinary soldiers often disappeared. Letters from the trenches, diaries from prisoners of war, and testimonies from survivors remind us that the world wars were not only about strategy, but about human endurance, fear, and hope. When the wars ended, victory was declared, but the scars remained. Cities lay in ruins, economies collapsed, and millions carried invisible wounds. The untold story of the world wars is not just about destruction. It's about rebuilding, resilience, and the determination of humanity to move forward, even after the darkest of times. The world wars changed history forever. But beyond the maps, battles, and treaties are stories of ordinary people caught in extraordinary times. Their voices remind us that history is never just about nations. It is about humanity. And perhaps the untold story of the world wars is still being written. And if you want more untold history, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next one.